Welcome back to Sunrise Daily. Well, yes, we'll now switch back to these developments within the People's Democratic Party. You do know how several meetings are being held at the moment. Well, Senator Abubakar Gada joins us now from our Abuja studios. He's the political advisor to the PDP national chairman. Morning, and thank you for joining us. I could almost ask which of the national chairman now. You know, sometimes we get confused, but just a little joke there. But looking at this developments within the PDP. Yes, we know that some of the matters are in court at the moment and lots of meetings going on. How did you, what was your perception when you heard, as a matter of fact, they still maintain it, that the national chairman, Laji Bamanga Tuko, is high-handed in the way he's handling the party? You heard one of that from a former governor of Osun State, Olagunseyin Oyinlola. What do you think about some of the comments making the rounds about the national chairman?
Mr. Chamberlain, we are living in a world of freedom. People are entitled to their opinion. And no matter how right you are, in the way and manner you carry out responsibility, people may still have their own way of forming opinion. So you give them the right to form their opinion, rightly or wrongly. So it's not as surprising for anybody to have any comment about any individual at any point in time when it is his own right to do so.
But if you look at some of the issues they raised, is the fact that they feel, first of all, there was this list which they talked about. They say the delegates that were there were not properly represented, and as such, they had raised the matter that it should have been reconstituted. It wasn't listened to. That's one of the many grounds that they had with this current fracas.
Mr. Chamberlain, which delegate are you talking about?
For the National Convention. The just concluded convention.
The delegate to National Convention were duly constituted, and we are guided by our constitution, by the constitution of the party. And there was nothing breaching or abridging those procedures. Anybody who has anything to the contrary, I think, is by his own imagination.
Are you saying then that they don't have any points whatsoever, that all the grounds that they've raised is immaterial?
Yeah, you see, it's one thing to make an allegation, and it's entirely another thing to prove it. And remember, people, drive pleasure more often than not and running into conclusions without verification. So, in a political environment, one will not be surprised with such ill-informed conclusions.
You call it ill-informed. Why?
Yeah, because once you say something that is so fundamental and then you cannot prove it, that is ill-informed, because you have a responsibility to give the public correct information and allow them to form opinion. But when you now put what you want them, is in your mind, without due recourse and regard to the quality and integrity of those things, I mean, that is ill-informed, and the society stands to get misled by that.
Now, some people say that come what may, even if you're able to reconcile with this splinter group, you know, some people say that the PDP will never be the same again. Do you agree with them?
That is absolutely not true, Omakwe. What we are seeing in PDP today is a challenge of expansion. And once you are growing, you have to have some consequences of that growth, and that is what we have, and we are managing it. And I assure you, PDP will continue to grow and will emerge stronger after each and every of such happenings.
So you do agree with people who say that this is definitely a make or mar moment for the PDP?
Yeah, this is a make moment, because you see, what will encourage you even as an observer, is that people are desirous of living in the party. In fact, because it is the place to be and it is the party to belong to. And that is why, because of that, there could be a lot of such competitive reactions, I mean, in terms of people, I mean, thinking that they must have a particular position, a particular role, a particular opportunity, and if for any reasons they are going short of that, you may see some reactions that are sometimes more grievous than the opportunity they are missing, and that is human being for you.
In other words, what are you saying in essence? You're refuting the fact that this could actually mar your party, because when I said make or mar, you said it's one that would definitely make. You refuse to talk about the marring moment. What do you think will happen if, you cannot reconcile these two parties, especially with what we've seen, in the last few days? What do you think will happen if, you cannot reconcile these two parties, especially with what we've seen, in the last few days?
It will not be fair to just speculate doom. I'm a Democrat. I want my party to be stronger and stronger. So the challenges of growth, to me, are not issues of issue of marrying the party. No, these are challenges of growth, like I said earlier. And I can assure you that sooner than later we will get out of it, and we'll move on as strong as ever. So don't ever, even in your own, as a public commentator or observer, or an opinion molder, see an organization, large, big and sophisticated like PDP, having challenges of growth as an issue of undermining it or compromising. Not at all, not the least. We are confident.
I really want to share your optimism, but as you rightly said, we're observing, that's basically what we're doing. And each day we get news reports.
You as a Nigerian,
2 days ago, was it yesterday? It was 2 days ago, from Kaduna State, we got a faction saying that they were now loyal to the Barajay faction. Just yesterday, we heard that there was no such thing. There was there were denials from that particular state. But that same yesterday, we also saw a group, the Kwankwasiya group from Kano State, pledging allegiance to the Barajay faction. Are you saying that with all of these things, we should disregard all this pledging allegiance, saying I'm loyal to this faction, I'm loyal to that faction, and simply say, well, guess what? They're still going to reconcile at the end of the day. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, as you started the question, the communication went off. Please, I beg your pardon to just start, because I got the last part, but the beginning of your question was missing because of, I think...
Are you asking us, I'll take that again, are you asking us to disregard all the news information we're getting from the different state PDP chapters who are pledging allegiance to different factions in the PDP? Is that what you're asking us to do?
Yeah, I think I should ask you to disregard, because as of today, I can assure you we have one PDP family, because we have a procedure, we have a constitution, and we are guided by that. And until such, the constitution we have give room for any other consideration, we stand by the Constitution. Yeah, you may have some elements here and there trying to claim one thing or another. It's part of those challenges. And the leadership is working hard, to bring all and sundry on the same page so that we can move the nation forward and we can consolidate the institutions of democracy.
By the leadership, are you referring to the president or are you referring to the chairman of the PDP
such
when you belong to Bamanga
reactions that you may have or you are observing could be a direct product of wanting to belong or wanting to attain certain privilege or certain what do I call desire. And one of those desires are difficult to come by for whatever reason. People will now may choose to do certain things that will draw attention. But we as a platform will always do those things that will bring as much as possible, as many as we can, to the same page, to the same level, for the greater good of the PDP, for greater good of democracy, and for greater good of the country.
Are you saying, you talked about the leadership, working hard to bring all the factions together. I was going to ask, are you referring to Alhaji Bamanga Tukur or you're referring to the president? Because if you're referring to Alhaji Bamanga Tukur, in the papers today, it was just there that he was still asking the courts to jail Oyinlola and others, we saw that in the papers. Is that also is that an attempt to reconcile the factions?